Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our March Lunch and Learn for Lifehouse Maternity Home. It's just before 11:30. I know it's a different time. I may not have many people jump in, but I hope that some do. I posted on Facebook that we were going to go live at 11:30. I have a virtual conference that I have to jump into at noon. And I'm doing this on my own. I'm using a tripod and all of that kind of stuff because Kristen, our donor development director, who usually is helping, she is on vacation. So, but I am in our clothing closet. And so as folks jump in, I'll share a little bit about that. And I have several things I want to cover today during our lunch and learn. So I'm going to give a few minutes to see if anybody jumps on here, and I'm going to walk a little closer because I've got to get something off of my phone screen here that's going to drive me crazy if I continue to see that up there. But anyway, we'll just give another minute or two, and my eyes are bad. I can't even see what time it is on my phone without getting closer, but this is kind of an unusual space and a kind of an unusual location for us to do a lunch and learn, but I thought I would share a little bit about this. So we'll just go ahead and jump right in. I am in our clothing closet here at Lifehouse, and we receive some very generous donations from a variety of folks, you know, maternity clothes, baby clothes. We have a couple of stores here in Louisville that when seasons change or things, they have new styles come out, will send us brand new items. You can see even baby clothes. We have a lot of brand new stuff with tags. And this is a work in progress, this space is. I like to say we had some generous volunteers and donors from Southeast Christian Church that came several months ago. They put in some shelves, they hung these racks, and we started sorting through the clothing. It is quite a task, and it's not quite where I would like to see it yet. One of the things that is very important to us is that when a resident comes in, we meet their immediate needs. We're going to offer them a safe home. They're going to have their own bedroom. They're going to have access to food. Food is another important need. And then clothing. Those are the three basic things that everyone needs in life. And so we want to make sure that when our residents that come in and need clothing have the dignity that they deserve, and handing them a box of used clothing and saying, see if there's anything in here that fits, just doesn't give that dignity. So what we did is transformed this little room here into a, I like to call it our boutique, our shopping boutique. So our residents can actually have a shopping experience. We put the clothing on racks by size. We sort out the maternity clothes. So maternity clothes are in one area and other clothing is in another area, regular clothing. And then the baby clothes are all sorted as well by size. So and by gender, we have boys and girls. And so when they need clothes for their baby, they're able to come down here and access any of these items at any time at no charge to them. There's never a cost, there's no obligation, because that is a basic need that everyone has, is food, clothing, shelter. So we want to make sure that we meet those needs. But what I'm needing is some volunteers to kind of help us in cleaning up this space a little bit and getting a little bit more organization to it. I have several tubs of recently donated clothing that still needs to be sorted through and organized and sized and hung up. And so if you are someone who loves fashion, who likes to shop, or just, you know, likes to organize, we would love to talk to you and have you come in and help us with this space here and making it very enticing and desirable and you know, comfortable, and offering dignity to our residents who have a clothing need. So just reach out to us. You can do that through our website, lifehouselouisville.org, or you can give us a call, 502-897-1655, and just say, hey, I'd love to come in and organize your clothing closet. Or I would love to come in and make that a great shopping type experience for your residents. So just reach out to us if that's something that has of interest to you. I am happy to announce that just over a week ago, we welcomed baby number 86. Little girl was born a little over a week ago, and Lifehouse has had 86 healthy babies born to our moms since we opened our doors in 2008. And so we are very blessed that this little one is just thriving. We're anxiously awaiting number 87 in the next few weeks. And we have numbers 88 and 89 that are on their way within the next few months. By the end of summer, we'll have 88 and 89 here. We welcomed a new resident yesterday. And one thing that we have noticed with a lot of calls that we're receiving anymore is that women that have other children, or maybe they're not pregnant and they have 2 children. And so we actually created space in 2 of our rooms in the maternity side that will allow a mom to have her own room, and then her child to have an adjoining room next to her, but with we installed some bifold doors that will give a little bit of privacy and separation. So a pregnant mom who already has a child, that older child will have a small room for themselves, and then pregnant mom and newborn, once she has her baby, will have their own space that they can stay in up until mom kind of is ready to transition into one of our apartments. And even in that case, we have our apartments are 1 bedroom, but the common area, living room, kitchen area is large enough that we have moved a mom's bed out into that space and created some separation there, so the child and the baby could have their own room. So we get creative here and make sure that our residents have the space that they need, that we're allowing them to care for all of their children, because it is a growing need that we have some women that have multiple kids and need that additional support, and we're glad that we're able to find a way to help them. Reviewing my notes here. Also coming up, and I think Kristen shared last month a little bit about our upcoming events. Our golf scramble is coming up July 18th. We're going to be opening up registration for that next month, and so you'll want to hurry up and get your teams in. We have a limit of 50 teams. That's 25 for our morning shotgun start and 25 for our afternoon shotgun start. And we came close to filling that last year. So, you'll want to register your teams soon and early. Get your foursome together. We are also seeking some sponsors. We have several different opportunities for sponsorships, everything from the soda and water cart that will go around to our snack items that we'll put into the swag bags, swag bag items. If you have any promotional items you'd like to throw in the swag bags, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about what you'd like to offer. We are needing lunch and dinner sponsors. We do have our title sponsor, Tea Station Asian Bistro, came on board again this year, and so we're thankful to them to be our title sponsor again this year. So if you think that that's something you'd like to have your business get involved in, we would love to talk to you about it and get you on as one of our sponsors for the golf scramble. The other thing that we have coming up in May, which is right around the corner because, April is here basically. In May, we are going to have our Unity for Life event, and I think Kristen shared a little bit about that. Unity for Life started back in 2010 for Lifehouse as a banquet, a dinner type gala banquet. And then over the years kind of evolved into different formats. They've had theater plays, they've had various speakers, and in 2019, when I joined the staff, we were transitioning between our previous executive director and me. The board elected at that time not to have a Unity for Life event in 2019, so they could just focus on the transition between directors. A wise move at that time. Then we were planning on 2020 kind of shifting that focus to doing a breakfast. Well, we all know what happened in 2020. We were all gung-ho, planned up for May to have this breakfast, and then the pandemic struck. So of course, we canceled our plans. 2019, things were still a little unsure about whether we should gather as groups with the pandemic still out there, people still getting sick. So we elected not to do Unity for Life. So the last 2 years, we've done just an appeal letter to our donors to assist us in helping our finances here at Lifehouse. And I'm going to step right over here and put this little note down because there's something on here I want to show you. So this year, we decided to explore doing a virtual event. Many organizations brilliantly shifted to virtual events back in 2020. And I'm guilty of being just a little technology challenged and was concerned that we would not be able to do that effectively. And so, you know, as the last 2 years have went by, we've all grown accustomed to technology changes and Zoom this and Zoom that and Google Meets and Microsoft Teams and all of those different platforms and formats and social media. So we have decided that we will give this a go. We talked to another large organization here in Louisville that successfully made the transfer over to a virtual event and did most of it in-house. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking we're going to need fancy filming equipment and all of this. So it is going to be very grassroots and very organic. But if you have ever joined us for the Give for Good Louisville in September, that's part of the Community Foundation, it is going to feel very familiar to you. We are actually recording some of our sponsors and supporters and donors to tell the story, as well as a past resident is going to share her story. And we will be uploading those videos onto our social media, Facebook being one of the major ones, and sharing those stories about Lifehouse and the impact that Lifehouse has had on various people's lives. And what we're going to do is be asking you out there to join us in this event. Our donors are going to receive what we're calling our supporter toolkit. And this is just a mock-up of it, but it will be coming in the mail, and it's kind of really unique. It's going to be a trifold, and it's going to tell the story a little bit about what is Unity for Life and why you should support Lifehouse, as well as some messaging opportunities for social media. How to set up a peer-to-peer fundraiser, which is going to be very important. So you're going to be reaching out to your friends and family and those in your circle of influence, encouraging them and sharing your story of why Lifehouse is important for this community and why you have been a supporter of Lifehouse. You're going to have space to make your own little list here of who you want to invite and how you want to contact them, whether that be a phone call or through social media or an email. And again, we will be giving you some messaging opportunities or scripts that you can use. So we're going to make it very simple and easy for you. If you are not sure if you are on our mailing list or that you'll receive one of these toolkits and you want one, give us a call, send us an email. You can send an email through our website, or you can just give us a call here, again, 502-897-1655, and we will make sure that you get one of these toolkits so that you can begin planning and helping us out with our Unity for Life event. This is going to be a very large fundraiser for us, and what's kind of unique about it, and what we even say here in the toolkit, is that this is going to be like inviting some of your people to dinner or to come to a dinner fundraiser. You know, we might be filling a table, but instead you're not going to have to buy them dinner. All you're going to have to do is share with them about Lifehouse and give them the opportunity to live out their faith by making a donation to Lifehouse. And so we're very excited about this. We hope that you will get on board with us and join us. It is it's very different for us, and probably see some bloopers in there, but we're going to have a variety of recorded and live things over those 2 days, May 18th and 19th. And we may do some little sneak peek things on the 17th, so you may want to peek in on our Facebook on the 17th and maybe right over into the 20th. We don't know. We do have a goal to raise $50,000 for Unity for Life, but I think we're going to smash that. 2021 showed us that God's people are supportive of this ministry and care about Lifehouse and know how important it is to this community. And I can tell you that the women that we're serving, some of them would have absolutely nowhere to go if it weren't for Lifehouse. We currently have a waiting list to get into Lifehouse. We're slowly working through that list. We have a process that we go through of interviewing by phone and then interviewing in person and giving a tour. We do background checks for all of our residents. We want to make sure that the women that are coming to Lifehouse are really ready to make that change and that transformation in their life. And essentially, they're changing their family tree. They are ending this cycle that has led to trauma and crisis in their life. And so that stops with them and it doesn't continue with their children and their children's children. And so without Lifehouse, many of them would just remain stuck in that cycle. And we find that it is vitally important that our operations still continue here at Lifehouse, and I'm sure all of you do as well. And so we do need your support. But in 2021, what we saw was God's people stepped up. We had our largest golf scramble fundraiser ever. We had our largest Gift for Good campaign ever. And our year-end appeal was our largest ever. So we know that you are out there and have a heart for Lifehouse and the women that we serve, and you can help us continue as we fill up this waiting list. We bring women in a couple weeks at a time so that they have time to get acclimated, and our staff can work closely with them in those first couple weeks, and then we will bring in another one. So, just keep in mind that this is going to be coming out sometime in the latter part of April, maybe early May, but our target is by the end of April. And it's actually at the printers right now. This is just my mock-up copy. And if you're not sure if you're on our waiting list and you want to receive one of these toolkits, give us a call and we'll make sure that we get one in the mail to you or double check that you're on the list to receive one. And so I'm so grateful for all of you, and I hope that you will continue to support Lifehouse. And just to let you know, we are actually back in-person lunch and learns. Unfortunately, we did not have any reservations come in for today's lunch and learn, but we are meeting in person for in-person tours of Lifehouse. We'd love to show you our brand new kitchen renovation. We've talked about it for almost a year now, and so we would love to show it to you in person. So we encourage you, come and bring some friends, and we're going to serve you lunch, and we're going to give you the tour, and we're going to talk about our ministry here at Lifehouse in more detail than we do here on our Facebook Live events. But as long as, if we don't have registrations, we will go ahead and do a live. But we want you to know that we are doing this in person, and hopefully in April, you'll be able to come. You can go to lifehouselouisville.org/events, and you can find our lunch and learn and make a reservation. We are only taking 6 reservations at a time, just so that we can maintain a smaller crowd, just for the health and safety of our residents. It just, the pandemic is still going on and there's still people getting sick, so a smaller crowd makes it a little more manageable for us. So I thank you. I'm going to do really awkward and kind of poke my finger here at the button to finish this up. But if you ever have any questions about Lifehouse, maybe you can't make it to a lunch and learn, but you want to come for a tour, we will do individual tours too. Just reach out to us. So thank you, and I hope you all have a great day.